One day you'll look back and see how all the pain lined up. Every late night, every early morning, every time you said no when it was easier to say yes, every moment you pushed through when your body screamed to quit. It'll all make sense. That day isn't today, but it's coming. Right now, you're grinding in silence. No one sees the effort. No one cheers for discipline. No one's filming the moments you could have stayed in bed, but didn't. But one day, that silence will roar. One day, the world will see what you built in the dark. You're not crazy for wanting more. You're not broken for believing you're meant for something greater. This isn't ego. It's purpose. It's the fire that keeps burning, even when you're exhausted. That voice that whispers, keep going when no one's watching. Trust it. It's real. People will say, take it easy. Don't burn out. They'll offer advice from comfort zones they've never left. But here's the truth. Easy never built anything worth remembering. Nothing great is born in comfort. You want a life that matters? Get used to discomfort. That's the toll. There will be days that feel pointless, when the weight makes your knees buckle, when your heart begs you to quit, when results are invisible and doubt is loud. Good. That's where champions are made. Not in the wins, but in the decision to keep going without them. Motivation will fail you. It's fine. You don't need it. You need discipline. Grit. That mindset that says, feelings don't decide my future, my actions do. Show up. Do the work. Build your life. One day, you'll walk into a room and say nothing, because your presence will say it all. Not because you talked about your dreams, but because you chased them. Every rep, every page, every dollar, every choice. That's what speak. Friends may not get it. Family might question it. Let them. They don't have to understand. This journey is yours. And one day, when it all fits, you'll understand. That's enough. You'll remember this season. The sweat, the solitude, the skipped parties, the quiet sacrifices. Because it changed you. It stripped the noise and forced you to meet yourself. That's where transformation lives. You are not average. You weren't built to coast. There is power in you. But power is worthless without control, without purpose, without effort. You don't get greatness just for wanting it. You earn it, day by day, inch by inch. And when it clicks, when it finally makes sense, you won't just feel proud, you'll feel grateful. Grateful you didn't quit. Grateful you believed. Grateful you trusted the process when the vision was blurry. This life isn't for the faint. It's not for those waiting for signs, permission, or perfect timing. It rewards the bold, the ones who act while others hesitate, the ones who push while others rest, the ones who don't just dream, they do. You might be behind. Good. That means you've got nothing to lose. Use that hunger. Use that fire. Be the one who kept going when it got hard. Be the one who built something from nothing. One day, your past won't be a prison. It'll be proof. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them whisper. While they waste time running their mouths, you're out here doing the work. And one day, they'll ask how you did it, when it all changed, and you'll give them the truth. It changed the day I stopped waiting and started working. Most people don't get what it's like to want something so badly it keeps you up at night, to want it so real it hurts. That kind of hunger doesn't just drive you, it breaks you, then rebuilds you. It makes warriors out of the restless. You'll lose people along the way. Not everyone can handle your evolution. That's fine. Growth shakes the weak loose. They'll say you've changed. Good. That means it's working. You weren't made to stay the same. You're here to become. You won't feel ready. You'll screw up. You'll fall. You'll battle imposter syndrome. That's the price of showing up. Everyone else pretending to have it figured out, they're faking it too. The only difference is, some of them gave up. You won't. There's a version of you waiting on the other side of all this pain, and you'll never meet them if you quit. You meet them in the fire, in the silence, in the reps no one sees. That's the proving ground. You don't need applause. You don't need a crowd. You need action. Reps. That same move repeated until it becomes automatic, until hunger becomes your default setting. The gym, the office, the studio. That's your battlefield, where character is built, where purpose is tested, where weakness is exposed and turned into strength. Every time you show up, you cast a vote for who you're becoming. And make no mistake, you're becoming. You might not see it in the mirror yet. You might just see tired eyes and a worn-out body. But every quiet rep, every early morning, every lonely sacrifice, it's stacking bricks. And those bricks, they're building the life they said you couldn't have. One day, they'll tell your story. They'll talk about how you didn't quit, how you kept showing up, how you made something out of nothing. They'll call it inspiring, but they won't really know. They didn't see the fear, the chaos, the tears. They weren't there when you showed up with nothing left, but you'll know. You'll remember every moment you almost quit, every time you looked doubt in the face and said, "Not today." And one day, it'll hit you. The hard work wasn't punishment. It was the gift. Because hard work doesn't take from you. It reveals you. It tears down what's fake and shows you who you really are. You were never weak. You were just taught to doubt yourself. That doubt is the real enemy. Kill it. Starve it. Replace it with belief. You don't need the full map. You just need the next step. One move, one decision. Because motion creates momentum. And momentum, that's your secret weapon. You start small, a morning routine, one clean meal, one call, one post, 1 hour of locked-in focus. Then the shift happens. That internal switch flips. We're not the same anymore. And that's when everything changes. You'll walk different, talk different, think different. Not because someone handed you permission, but because you earned it. You stopped waiting and started building. Yeah, people will doubt you. That's a guarantee. But their doubt doesn't define. One day, they'll act like they always believed in you. Let them. You've got better things to do. Ever feel like you're the only one trying? Like you're grinding while everyone else is coasting? Good. That means you're on the right path. Growth is lonely. Success is quiet. Mastery lives in silence. If it feels like no one gets you, it's because most people aren't built to live at your level. Use that. Let the solitude sharpen your focus. Let it strip away the noise. This isn't about likes or praise. It's about building something real, solid, untouchable. They can doubt you. They can talk, but they can't outwork you. And in the end, grit always wins. You'll hear voices, especially your own, the ones that whisper, "This isn't working," or "You're wasting your time." Learn to talk back. Tell that voice, "Watch me." Every time it shows up as a signal to go harder. That's your moment. You can break or break through. This world isn't built for winners. It's built for comfort, for compliance, for numbness. But you're not here to be numb. You're here to feel it all. The pain, the grind, the wins, the losses, the fire. You're not average, so your path won't look average. So what if it's taking longer? So what if you're tired? Keep moving. Keep working. You're planting seeds no one sees, and when it blooms, they'll call it luck. Let them. You'll know the truth. You'll know the cost. Keep showing up, especially when it's boring. That's the test. Anyone can go hard when it's fun. Few can stay locked in when it's dull, when no one's watching. That's where champions are made. Your future self is counting on you. The version of you who made it, the one who breathes easier, who lives without regret. They're not hoping you follow through. They're begging you not to quit. Think about that. You're not doing this for someone else. You're doing it for the version of you that's free. And that version doesn't exist unless this version keeps going. Most people quit before the results show. They walk away in the middle. Don't be most people. Be the exception. Be the one who doesn't fold, who acts without waiting for motivation. Be the one who builds while others talk. You don't need cheerleaders. You need a plan. You need urgency. Stop saying someday. Start saying today. Because time isn't waiting. You don't have another decade to figure it out. You have now. This hour, this day, this chance. Burn the excuses. Burn the victim mindset. You are not helpless. You are powerful. But power means nothing without effort. Belief means nothing without action. Don't just say you want it. Prove it every damn day. One day the pain will look small. The missed parties, the long nights, the sore muscles, the broken sleep, the heartbreak, the hustle. You look back and say, that's all it took? Because the reward always dwarfs the sacrifice. Your name will matter, not because it was handed to you, but because you earned it through every quiet choice, every lonely rep, every time you bet on yourself when no one else did. And when the dots finally connect, when the breakthrough comes, you'll realize none of it was in vain. Every drop of sweat, every ounce of effort, every tear, every step, it was building something bigger than you knew. It was writing your story. It was defining who you are. So keep going. Not just for success, not for money, not for a title. Keep going for the version of you that believed when no one else did. The one that showed up scared, that got back up after falling, that refused to settle. Not version. That's the real you. Never forget that. You're going to get tired. You're going to question yourself. You'll wake up some mornings wondering what it's all for. That's normal, but you don't stop there. You don't sit in the doubt. You move. You get up, you put your feet on the ground, and you move. That's how you win. Don't owe anyone an explanation. Not for your pace, not for your silence, not for your solitude. People won't get what it takes, and they don't have to. You're not here to explain. You're here to build, brick by brick, relentlessly. There's no applause during the climb, only after. During the climb, it's just you, the work, and the voice in your head, the one that asks, why are you still trying? Or whispers, this is pointless. That's not weakness. That's the fight. That's where identity is built. In the silence, in the resistance, And one day, that voice will change. It'll start saying, "Keep going. You're close." But it only flips for the ones who earn it, for the ones who push long enough to prove they're serious. Most never stay long enough. They quit when the voice is still against them. And when it flips, you'll be different. You'll stop looking for approval. You'll stop waiting for signs. You'll move with calm certainty. I've paid the price. I'm not starting. I'm finishing. That's when your energy shifts. That's when people notice. That's when the world responds. Not when you talk, but when you walk. When you live it, when you become it. Nobody talks about the middle. The long, slow, silent middle. No progress, no praise, just the grind. That's where most dreams die or grow. The difference? Staying, showing up anyway. Every time you keep going when your mind screams quit, you level up. You don't see it, but your will is hardening. Your discipline is deepening. Your identity is evolving. You're becoming someone most can't keep up with, not because of talent, but because of grit. Most people sprint. You run marathons. Most people hit the wall and sit. You break through it, again and again. You've been overlooked your whole life. Good. Let them sleep. Let them doubt. Because when you rise, when it clicks, they won't see it coming. That's the beauty of being doubted. You grow without pressure. You build in silence. And when it's time, you don't knock. You break the door down. They won't understand your success. That's fine. They weren't there. They didn't see the nights you worked alone, the sacrifices, the inner battles, the tears no one saw. But you'll know, and that's what matters. This isn't just about winning. It's about becoming. Becoming the person you said you'd be. The person your younger self would admire. The person your future self will thank. It's about keeping your word to yourself. Not once, every day. That's where real power is. In consistency. In the quiet promises you keep when no one's watching. When there's no spotlight, no finish line in sight. That's how confidence is built. That's how character is shaped. That's how legacies are made. And one day, it'll all make sense. The late nights, the early mornings, the silence, the doubt, the grind. You'll feel the peace, the strength, the pride. You'll look in the mirror, and you'll finally say it with full conviction. I made it, and I earned every bit of it.